Last question comes from Karthik Murali. I hope I'm saying that properly. Karthik is one of the most, I think he's the most recent Patreon supporter. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Karthik asks, how have you gone about finding your style? And this is another question that I think a lot of, especially beginners, ask, and they're very curious, like, because you know, a big thing in breaking is be unique, find your style, find how you dance. And it's what everybody is trying to do, and it's what I'm still trying to do, is define what is my style. And I think that's the key here, is that it's a never-ending journey. You're never gonna find your style. You're gonna just find the things that you like, and over time that's going to kind of define your style, and the journey will end when you decide it ends. So for me, you could say, oh, he does a lot of footwork and it's a lot of direction changes and whatnot, but in recent years I've been exploring a lot more free movement and learning to let go and not be so reliant on sets, exploring more stuff with my hands and what they're doing, exploring different dance styles and how I can mix that in with breaking, or just explore movement in general and not necessarily specifically breaking movement. So my style, in my opinion, has changed a lot over the years, and it might not be great for competitions, but I still enjoy the journey. I'm still having fun learning, so I still haven't found my style in a sense, but I've found things that I like doing, and that's really it. So yeah, this question actually came up during a workshop with Bounce, and one of the students asked him the exact same question, like, how do you go about finding your style and this kind of thing? And you know, he tried to give an answer as best he could, but it's kind of a hard question to answer. But one thing that clicked in my head was, like, the way that he answered was kind of the answer to the question. Was, you don't necessarily know exactly what you're looking for, but through the process of doing it, through talking through it, he came to an answer, to something that made sense. And through your actions of doing it, of practicing, of trying ideas out, learning new things, combining new things, learning new ways of moving, new moves, new concepts, new things, like all of these things, over time, you're gonna naturally just kind of like pick and choose what you like, and it's gonna drive you in certain directions and things like that. And so naturally that's gonna become your style. And so it's the process of just doing it, and you can't really look for it actively. You can't be like, I'm gonna make this my style specifically. You can try, but you know, things don't always work out, and you can't, it's really hard to control how things end up in the future. But again, like that's what it is. It's like trying these things out, and sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. But again, it's through the act of doing and experience and all that will define your style over time. And again, like I said, whether you decide to figure out a style and then that's it for the rest of your life, that's up to you. But me personally, I like the journey of always learning something new. So my style's changing, and because my body's changing, and I can't do the same stuff that I could do when I was like 17 or 20, whatever, you know, early 20s. So my style is constantly changing and evolving. So that's the best answer that I can come up with. Just keep working at it, keep chipping away at it, and yeah, over time you'll have something. It's kind of a weird answer, but I hope it helps. Anyway, Thanks for all your great questions, and it's one of the things that I really like about Patreon is being able to interact with all the supporters directly and have stuff catered directly to you all, or have you be a part of the content creation and this kind of stuff. So thank you again, and you know, I really appreciate these questions that you guys have for me, even though sometimes some of you are kind of like, hey, do you have a question? Do you have a question? That kind of thing. But again, I just want to thank you all for being a part of this and supporting it, and yeah, I can't thank you enough. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope there was some insightful things or some things that give you new questions for next month. I'm going to try to do this as often as possible, hopefully. Ideally every month. So look forward to that. All right. Peace, everybody.